Hello, everybody. How are
Ha-
you?
Happy Sunday.
I don't understand. I can't hear you guys.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
We can hear
Okay.
Okay.
you.
I just knocked my wire out. But anyway, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Happy
I'm
Sunday.
so
Happy Sunday.
excited about this show. Ask me why.
Excited. Why?
Because we
Oh,
got two ladies from the Finally Heard podcast who are number one, deep in thought, number two, hysterical, and then number three, authentic. So everything you're about to hear today, that's what they really feel. They don't hold nothing back because a lot of their lives have been held back. So they're like, I ain't holding nothing back. So they're finally heard, and you're gonna hear from them today.
Well, I just want to say, finally heard, welcome to All the Way There podcast, a podcast that help you find your purpose, transform your life, and change your ways.
Well, let me introduce the two ladies of the Finally Heard podcast. Erica Howell and L'Oreal Griffin is in the
hello.
house.
Hey.
Uh,
Hello.
Man, we gonna
so
have a
look,
great time. I'm sorry, go ahead.
what's the weather like? Well, y'all all in Michigan,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
it's
And
hot.
it's hot. But we'll take it. It's not snowing, it's not raining,
Oh,
and my
time
hair not
out.
frizzy. Come
Time
on,
out.
Jesus.
Speak for
Thank you,
yourself.
Lord.
I don't want to take this. I don't like this.
I don't want to take it either. Look, my air conditioner is out. It is 83 degrees in my house right now. So I got two fans blowing on me as we speak to be
Be careful what
comfortable.
you ask for.
No, listen.
It'll be snowing next week. You keep
That's
Yeah.
on.
fine. Anytime I'm walking in my sundress and my thighs start rubbing together and it peel off like you on that your
Girl,
grandma old plastic
girl.
couch, I don't want none of that.
And
I'm
that
straight.
that right there is the reason why I wear Spanx under my sundresses. Because I don't
Absolutely.
like that feeling.
I don't
But
like
here we
clothes. So it's kind of like,
This this is your season then.
yes, it
Well,
is.
it is a nice balmy 55 in the room that I'm in,
wow.
and
Same here.
my air conditioner is working like Kevin Hart, like every movie in the world he in. So let me ask you ladies a question so we can get this ball rolling. Oh, today we are going to scratch the musical stylings of the 30 artists on the Newport in New York 1972 jazz album, part
Mm,
3 and 4.
Okay.
Yes.
look at
Now this
you.
this has got everybody on. It's got what? Art Blakely, it's got Nat Adderley, it's got, George Duke. Everybody is on this album. And they even got a little bit of hard rock on it. So I love this album. I mean, I play all four sides of these back to back. Anyway, let me put this on this turntable. And so my question to you guys is, where are we going today?
Well, finally heard goes all the way there. We got some music today. I hear you, Aaron. That sounds serious. Let's go all the way there, y'all. Okay.
Where are we going today?
All the way there.
Let's go.
Hey, let me say hey to a couple of people. My mother, Erica. I see your sisters watching on Instagram.
Hey, sis.
The Crawfords, a couple of people. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Come on, intro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Y'all
yeah.
professional and
Yeah.
things. Come
Yeah.
on.
Wait till I grow up.
I know, right?
we, we
Hey.
We do a little something. We do a little something.
We try.
Yeah.
See, when
So,
you in it, you know how hard the intro is.
Oh,
yeah,
girl.
yeah, yeah.
Don't we
It takes
know?
a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And
Let me
when you-
tell you,
So brava.
since All the Way There podcast has started, that is literally our fourth intro. It has
Amen.
changed that many times, and thanks to Aaron, that is our second intro by him. So
Oh,
he
fantastic.
created
Look
that.
at you.
Yeah.
Great. That's good stuff, sir.
Thanks.
He
And when
really
you
dope. He's really, really
I
dope.
see.
see,
Come on, flowers.
thank you, ma'am. When you working with Keela, you got to be perfect. You can't slack. You can't say I do it next week. Keela got time schedules on you. She was like, I need this done like in 2 seconds, and you got to have it done. But anyway, enough about us. We're gonna throw that ball over to the ladies of the Finally Heard podcast. Now let me say this. I knew L'Oreal previously a little bit, and then I've seen Erica at church, but then I didn't know that they combined forces to create this force that they put out every Monday at 9 a.m. That's their podcast. And when I saw the first one, I laughed a lot. I saw the second one, I laughed more. The third one, it's like, I would never say that. That's what makes it so funny. The fourth one, it's like, how could you even say that? By the time we got to the sixth one, I'm just wide open and never surprised at what they're gonna say, because they say some of the wildest stuff. But
They do.
the cool thing is, it's authentically them.
And
They're
that's
not
what I
playing
love.
no games. This is us. And if you can identify with some of this stuff, it will help you. So I
So,
love that about that podcast.
Before we dive in, we got an icebreaker.
Oh,
And the icebreaker is, what is a place that, or physically or mentally, that you go to de-stress? It's mental health awareness month. So everybody May is mental health awareness. What do you do to distress or go or physically do? Or what is something that brings you back to the center of it all?
ladies first. Guess ladies first.
My husband.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I like to do my husband.
I love it.
Centers me.
Oh my
Girl.
God. Really?
I love it. Well, you got a husband to do, so I ain't even mad at you.
Enters you? Is this the color purple?
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
No. Oh, she might have.
Man.
Man, I tell you.
No, I didn't know.
Oh, dear.
Well,
Well, yeah, that's my answer. My husband. I love you.
Fantastic.
what
Mine ain't
about
far
you?
off. I read books. Mine is usually some form of romance novel. Smut is what some people like to call it. But I'm an avid reader just because I don't like to think of myself as a creative. Like, my brain doesn't work like that naturally. So I need a book that, can kind of spark my brain in that way, to kind of get my mind out of like operational mode. So
Mhm.
yep, that's
That
what
was a good
I like
answer.
to do.
That
Thank
was a
you,
good answer.
Fran.
Well, considering I can't share y'all answers because I'm single. In the meantime, between time, I do love a really good book, an audio book if I'm in between driving, and I love something that is definitely going to make me laugh. So I'm probably going to go some old school Martin shows or something just to like get my mind off of that. And then sometime I might call up a friend that might make me laugh, and not to necessarily tell them what I'm stressed out about, because I just know that they have the personality that will make me laugh. I might pick up the phone and call them. So it depends. But that's pretty much how I come back to center. And pretty much that's it.
The beach for me. I gotta go
I
to
love
a
water.
beach. Gotta go to
Yeah.
the beach. I went to Delaware a couple of years ago, and they got 17 beaches next to each other, and it's beach for miles. I got there at 10 a.m., fell asleep, and I didn't wake up till 2:30.
Mm.
I
I
got a
was
question. Did
I
you
got
say
questions
Delaware?
too.
Delaware.
Okay, walk me through how you got there. How
Okay.
you get to
I'm so happy we
Delaware?
was on the same page.
Because what's in Delaware, right?
Yeah. It's a hidden gem. Okay. So, a friend of mine has a beach house in Delaware, which they
Okay.
have sold. It's sold now. But he
Okay.
said,
Oh,
"Hey,
man.
man, if you need to get away, come to my beach house. You just need to get there. I'll hide the key for you." I go there,
Good
find
friends.
the key, walk in. It was a note saying, "Glad you made it. Food is all packed in the refrigerator." Stayed there for like 4 days. And in the backyard, you go out in the backyard and their boat is in the backyard in their little river, and you take the boat to the beach. You dock their boat, get off, sit there, and just enjoy what everything God has made: the air, the sun, the beach, the water. And when I came back, I didn't even know my name.
Hmm.
Well, tell
That's
them
what's
my
up.
name is L'Oreal, and I want them to go buy that beach house so I can see it and they can sell it again. That sounds like a wonderful trip.
Clearly, L'Oreal,
So
different types of friends.
exactly, you
Oh,
you
none
need
of my
some different
friends.
type of
I don't
friends.
know about that.
It was
So
amazing. It was amazing. You guys are missing out on Delaware. Mrs. Graham says, "I like being outside, specifically flea markets and comedy movies." I understand that, Miss Graham. Also, Miss Graham said, "Four sides, yes, ma'am. This album is a double album. It has 2 albums in there. That's why it's 4 sides."
Mhm.
Double
there's
album.
Miss
So,
Debbie.
Mama
Hi,
dear.
Mama Deb.
How are
where's
you?
Mama Deb? I mean, I never knew who that was.
You didn't put 2 and 2 together?
No, I didn't. I need to go to the beach again. Okay, so look, let me give you guys a little taste of the ladies finally heard. Just to give you guys a
Uh-oh.
taste of what you will see when you
Uh-oh.
start checking out their podcast. Hit
Okay,
that.
I have to get to it.
Oh Lord. So hard to get good help. So
Oh
hard.
Lord.
Good
Oh,
help.
I hope this play the right thing.
Oh gosh.
If not, we all the way there.
We all the
Lord
way there. And
Jesus.
my mama is watching.
Oh Lord.
Oh God. Hey, welcome to episode 1, y'all.
I was gonna say you guys for Babe, in your mind, you didn't look at yourself in the mirror. You like, oh, that thing thumping, you know, and then you like, babe, how you think this make my butt feel? Do you want him to lie?
Yes. Yes.
You want him to lie?
Yes.
You want him to tell you the truth?
Lie to me. I want you to lie from the depths of your soul. If I am in my bag with this outfit on and I think I look good and you think I look like a stuffed sausage, lie.
Do you have a mad song that you listen to?
Oh, I got it's a lot of songs.
I'm ashamed of mine.
What?
I just am, because it's not a really good song, and I just kind of got hip to it not too long ago. But I haven't listened to it in a while. I don't know if it's because I haven't been like really mad in a while, or
I got a playlist.
oh yeah, no, it's Saucy Santana Walking Like a Dog. My fault.
And we about to love Jesus for real.
Notice another thing. I don't think straight. Have you noticed that?
You don't think straight when?
I don't. Period. Like when I'm thinking,
Wow. Wait a minute.
that's all the way wrong. Hold on, let me explain.
You gotta watch episode 1 to get episode 2. Red or the blue? Come on now, Morpheus. Come on now, get with it.
Ain't that Morpheus? Ain't that his name?
Yeah.
Was he the bad guy?
No, he was.
Oh, I thought
he was God.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
What was the other one named? Keanu Reeves. What was his name?
Neo.
Neo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so fine.
Is it?
No.
For those who didn't go to college or don't know what it means, when it's a tile on the door or when it's something on the door, it means go somewhere else.
Because I'm busy and I'm not studying. I mean, I'm studying anatomy.
And physiology.
But that's it. That's pretty much.
And not
it.
for a grade.
I hate you.
The other Superwoman by Karen White, I think.
Mm-mm.
You know which one I'm talking about?
No, I was born in 1990.
Okay, no, you know it. Early in the morning, I put breakfast on your table.
Oh, that one?
Yeah,
Don't know it.
nigga.
What? The entire flock.
Yeah.
Who you talking to?
But let that friend tell your other friends. My mother is nuts.
Put the school on notice.
Okay, I will air it out with no problem about mine.
The old man vibe. I like them seasoned, not old. But you just gotta. You can't be fresh off the pack. You gotta
I
have
feel
a little
that.
Lowry's.
They're called What the Flock? What the Flock? Oh, I did it good. That you did. You said that with your chest. You all right?
A little bit of swim.
Not that E&J. I don't know if you
E&J.
East
What
Jefferson. You know what I'm saying?
What
That junk
generation are you a part of?
Listen, I hung out with some old heads, so you know that
E&J, bro.
E&J,
You might as
man,
well
bro.
go drinking Incredible Hulk. Are you at it?
Listen, E&J, East Jefferson. What the flock?
What the flock?
What the flock?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who can play drinking games at a party, and then people be like laid out on the floor, and I be like run it back, and they be like, "Oh wow, is something wrong with you?" And I be like, "Maybe."
So, thank you for listening to the Finally Heard podcast. I'm your girl E,
And I'm Bree.
and we are the ones that he came back
Oh,
for.
my.
We are the ones. I did it again. Doggone it. Oh, let's run that back. Okay, do it again.
Thank you for listening to the Finally Heard podcast. I'm your girl E,
And I am Bree.
and we are the ones that he came back for. Until next time, guys.
See everybody.
Bye.
That was
Oh
so
my god!
Oh my God.
Oh,
You have to send that to us. That is incredible. Oh,
That
I
is
did not know we were
so
that bad.
cute.
now you see the show from our perspective because
Oh,
I'm crying. I mean,
Oh, my
especially when I don't
God.
expect it.
But
Oh,
I
my
think it's funny because you guys are so genuine, and just so naturally just out there.
oh
I'm a
dear
little
God!
embarrassed.
Miss Debbie says she nervous.
She said,
We are too at this point.
yeah, right. If you go up to two comments from that, she said, "What in the ham and cheese sandwich is really going on?"
A
That's
bunch
our
of
podcast.
fun. A bunch of fun.
No,
Yep.
that's the real podcast. Those
That's
are
the
not
real-
bloopers.
No,
You
that's
should see the bloopers. It's pretty bad.
And but you know what's amazing and what I love, absolutely love about podcasts is every podcast has its own audience.
Yeah,
And who's for you is who is for you.
that's very true.
Period.
Yeah.
So
And you know,
go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, what were you about to say?
The cool thing about the podcast again is because they're coming out of their own reality.
Absolutely.
And it's like, and my first question to them, besides how did the podcast start off, is, well, let's start there. How did the podcast start?
Girl, you got real tears.
I do. I messed up
I
my
got
whole
one in
makeup.
the corner of my eye. I'm trying not to let it fall.
Dear God. So the podcast came from me and L'Oreal ironically just met each other probably about 7 or 8 months ago now. And we were talking and, developing this friendship. And we both had separately had these ideas of wanting to start these podcasts, and we had just never done it. And we have both been in these seasons where we are very type A personalities. We're very forward. We're looked at sometimes as being like too much, or can be looked at as like aggressive or what have you. And we just wanted a space where we could be understood and heard and like free to kind of express ourselves
Mhm.
without having to be toned down or
Right.
muted or having to like reword our thoughts or kind of come from a different angle and be politically correct with how we say
Mhm.
things or how we express our thoughts, because we had done it for so long. And although the people around us felt comfortable, we in ourselves did not feel
Right.
comfortable. You know what I mean? We didn't feel heard, we didn't feel understood, we didn't feel seen. um so in talking though, that's kind of where our friendship started and budded. Like, okay, well, if nobody else in this world sees us, I see you and you see me,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And so then it turned into, well, let's just create a community where we can see other people and they can see us and we can see them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we really got in prayer, honestly, and not trying to sound super churchy about it, but we got in prayer and asked the Lord what He wanted us to do with this, because we knew it was bigger. It took off like within 2 weeks.
I mean, so quick.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
fast, and it was just like we had vision, and then we were like, well, we got to come up with a name, but we had like storyboards and colors, and we had all this stuff, and we just had to come up with a name.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, well, nothing was working, and it was like Soul Sisters, and it was like, this is whack.
That
Like,
ain't
what
it.
is this?
Cause
And we had like
we'd be on singing
chat,
together, and then after we got off
yeah.
after we got off from singing, we in the back like, what you think about
Like,
this name? What you think
yeah,
about
what about that? And it's not panning out. And we in Chat GPT, like, well,
Right.
give us urban podcast names with 2 girls, and it's like, what? Like, it wasn't working out. And
wasn't
so
working.
finally, God, we were studying Matthew together.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to Matthew 18, where it's the parable about the shepherd, that'll leave the 99 and go back for the one.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we were bawling, just thank you,
The
Jesus.
ugly cry, like,
Oh, yes, thanks for coming back for me, Lord. And so we were like, what about like the sheep? What about the black sheep? Like, we're black sheep, right? Like,
Right.
what about?
Right.
And so we were like, okay, how do we turn this? How do we fit this in? And then we went back to Chat GPT, like, make black sheep work for black girls, like, do it. And it still wasn't giving it to us. But eventually, after a couple hours, we pieced it together, and then finally Hurt was born. And so we went on the internet and started getting our stuff together, and literally 3 weeks later we had a website and and merch
whole business.
I
and
love
and
it.
and an LLC and
Yeah.
and all types of stuff.
When
So,
something is given to you from God, it just cannot fail.
yeah, really.
Unless you decide that you just don't want to do what God is telling you to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I love the Finally Heard, because anybody out there, my mom is literally in this chat. I've always felt like the black sheep in the family, and my mother used to be like, "Oh my God, you my different child.
Yeah.
You my
Yep.
different child."
Yep.
And and then you just be like, well, and I get it. I feel exactly like you feel. Sometimes you try to fall back. Well, not fall back, but you try to dim your light a little bit because other people can't handle you. But
Mhm.
then when you start learning yourself, you like, no, you dim your light, because I'm just who I am. This is who God
Yeah.
created me to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna fall back. So that's what I absolutely love about it.
Yeah. And we realized that, there is like you said before, there's an audience that,
Mm-hmm.
God has assigned to us. And
Absolutely.
so, to, those who are not assigned to us, we may be too much. And that's
Mhm.
fine.
That's okay.
And for those people, we may not be on 10 all the time. And
Right.
for in those situations, or those business meetings or whatever, you'll see this individual, right?
Mhm.
Excuse me. But for the podcast is supposed to reach a certain individual and give deliverance and give healing into spaces that
Absolutely.
people have never been heard or felt seen or felt recognized before. And for those people, they need us in the spaces where we felt the exact same way.
Absolutely.
And so for that, we have to be our authentic selves or we'll never reach the individuals that were assigned to us in the first place. So it just is what it is.
Yeah. Another cool thing about your podcast is that once you settled on that black sheep thing, the whole theme of a sheep is threaded throughout the podcast.
Genius.
It's like you guys did the macro, but then you was like, we're gonna make this thing micro as well. You got segments called What the Flock, FLOCK, and then there's what was the other thing?
Unique parenting.
Yeah, unique parenting, EWE.
Like
young
the sheep.
lamb.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just threaded throughout the whole show. That's the audience that you're talking to. Now, the other thing that I thought was, and I'm giving the whole show to everybody, but I wanted you guys to talk about it. But what impressed me so much was, like Erica said, her light was too bright for people, and she was told to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives her this thing where it's like, well, no, I'm finna bust out of this thing,
absolutely,
and be who you told me not to be. And then L'Oreal was saying, I had to wear turtlenecks and long dresses in gym. I'm never doing that again. So those are the people who have been constrained, who have dimmed their light, and now saying, "Oh, I should have been this all along."
You gotta create me.
That's what I held on to. It's like, see, these ladies not only had the courage to say this, but they don't even have. I mean, they're not ashamed of what they went through to get here, and that's what's gonna help.
And that's the beauty of the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of the whole thing, because your story is gonna change somebody. And there's this saying that goes, if people who think you're too much, if you think I'm too much, it's maybe not because I'm too extra. It's probably because you're basic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I live by. That's what I live by.
Yeah.
So, Miss Debbie said, Aaron, you want to read that?
Yes, ma'am. Miss Debbie says, the daughters I need to pray for constantly.
Oh, my mom thought it said what the flock.
Flop. Yeah, that's why I said it. Yeah. It's what the flock, like a flock of sheep.
Yeah. And so that was 100% L'Oreal's idea to filter me, actually, because my mouth ain't always the best.
Yeah, but I like that because my mom gets mad at me. That's why I said I need to adopt that, because I like the original word. So in order to stay cleaned up, to stay clean, I used to say fudge, right? And my mother would say, "Oh, it just still sounds so much."
Yeah, it's too close.
It's too close. So I'm like, I get it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And then we have a segment called Sheep Happens.
Yeah, Sheep Happens.
Yeah.
Man,
love it.
Y'all write that line. That's funny. And even though you guys are being authentic, I still laugh at it because y'all laughing at it. Because I wouldn't know, if somebody told me I had to wear turtlenecks and long dresses in gym, I'd be like, oh, but because L'Oreal said it's so funny, I'm cracking up at it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But we another reason why we got you guys on is because we had this hodgepodge of topics that we're going to talk about,
right?
And we know you guys going to be authentically yourselves when you answer these questions. So
you ready, Mama Dip?
Yeah. Look, get your pearls ready to clutch.
Clutch your pearls.
Get ready to say what the flock. Okay, right. So Erica, what's your first one?
So my first one is, I usually get a lot of our topics off of social media. And so the first topic that I saw this week on social media was concerning a young lady who is getting dragged in the Instagram streets because she surrendered her 5 children to CPS voluntarily. She stated that she could no longer take care of them. She was a single mother. She had reached out to all of the fathers. They are choosing not to be in their children's lives. And she just couldn't do it anymore. Now, there are certain individuals who are stating that you chose the man, it's your fault, you need to put on your big girl panties and figure it out. And then there are other people who are saying that she did right by surrendering them because, you know, whenever somebody is in a mental health predicament, you know, they can lash out and their children will take the brunt of that. And so I posed the question to the group, what do you think people who choose to surrender their children voluntarily, should they be held to the standard of CPS punishment where the law gets involved, or should they be left alone and the children just be taken care of and placed in the system thereafter?
I think
go ahead. No, you go ahead, Aaron.
Okay. I think that I don't know in the details of the story, but from the surface and from the distance I am, if she could not take care of them, and she, I'm assuming CPS is a place where they would basically take care of the killed children. It seemed like they'd be better off there than with her.
Right.
The question was, should she be punished?
Right.
I mean, what punishment should she?
They can charge her with child abandonment, and they could put her in jail, and she could get a sentence, misdemeanor sentence for up to 90 days in jail.
But if she is surrendering them, how is it abandonment?
That's the law.
So when you have these children, and then we're gonna leave Roe versus Wade alone, because I have a different disposition of that. So for all of these people, when they have these kids, I think there should be a place for that. If you're going, and I'm not trying to say to use Roe versus Wade as a birth control method, but what I am saying is, if you are going to force these people to have these kids, then you should have a place for these kids to go for the ones who cannot afford to take care of them. So my thing is I don't think she should face any penalty. Maybe she should have say, listen, maybe she need to be mentally, because if anybody have raised kids and you single, I only raised one, and it comes down to some days where you on the side of your bed crying. Like, I just need a break. You know what I'm saying? And not that your kids are you need a break from your kids, just life, period. I don't know what her job situation is like. I don't know how she mentally is just trying to navigate through life. But no, maybe there should be something set up where they say, look, let's give this mom this 30 days, hold her kids here, and then CPS, we're gonna touch back with you to see how you are mentally. I don't know. Can these children be placed with some family members until it's time? But no, I don't think she should be penalized, because that's what you have to make laws for when you are forcing, because the laws are forced for this only one person, like for the birth control method, but you need something in place for the people who say, I genuinely cannot take care of these kids. And the answer is not always just don't have sex, because we know people are still going to be doing that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's how I feel. That's how I feel. What about
My
you?
thing is, if they put the mother in jail for 90 days, you need to go knocking on the door, however many days, knock on the door of all of these houses where these people, these women, leave them kids with them old grandmas, leave them with their mamas. That's yet child abandonment. So if you're going to make that a law, you got to make it all the way around, because them kids might be safer in CPS custody than with my 96-year-old
Yeah, that's true.
Can't hear, can't walk, can't move, can't do nothing, but she's a body. So it's like, well, she can watch them. Yeah, but if something go down, she can't do nothing to help.
Right, absolutely.
Right. They gonna end up helping her.
Exactly. That's why I say CPS should get involved to do the investigation. You know what I mean? Because she's trying, she, and in my opinion, she's reaching out for help.
Mhm.
And a lot of
Doing a
people,
good thing. A lot of people kill their kids.
I
Or
was just
put
getting
them
ready
in
to
the
say that.
freezer. All
Yep.
type of weird stuff.
Yep.
Yep. And I
Just
was
getting
just
ready to say that.
and I was gonna reference the young lady who went to jail because they found her kids in the freezer
Yep.
in Michigan. For those who don't live
Mhm.
here, it was a big story in Michigan, and it was because she had a mental break, and she
Yeah.
started seeing things and hearing things and reminiscing on her childhood, and played things out.
Mhm.
So she may be. I don't think parents should be penalized for being proactive.
Right.
Mhm.
I
Right.
agree. I agree.
So,
Yeah.
you can't wait until it gets so bad that, it's at a point of no return for those children.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because at this
Absolutely.
point, like you said, you may be able to put them in CPS custody, and then, get some parenting classes, get some get some job core or something like that if she doesn't have a degree or something, get a
Right.
GED,
Right.
whatever. And then a year or two go back and get those kids. Whereas if something detrimental happens, she in jail for
Rest of her
real.
life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and now those kids are in the system forever.
Yeah.
And
But the
then
way
there's
she was talking to me, it seemed like she just didn't have any help. Like
And
not
yeah, no,
government
she didn't.
government help, not family help. So my
No, she
thing is,
didn't.
what are the programs? I don't know where she lives, but why aren't they put in place? If she wanted to, because when I saw the video, she said she wanted to go back to school and she wanted to better her life. Well, why don't she have daycare? Well,
Mhm.
why is it that, is she on Section 8? Does she have rental assistance? Like, what is it that can be done for her to help her to be able
right.
to yet keep her kids and yet maintain her life?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I kind of need just a little bit more to the story, but
Yeah.
penalize?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah. I
not.
don't
I
see
do not
that.
Yeah. My
believe she should be going to jail or
and my
nothing for
heart
that.
definitely goes out to her.
Oh
Yeah.
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 What?
And so making a transition, we just talked about some mothers. Now, the next topic is Father's Day. Mother's Day is Michael Jackson. Father's Day is LaToya Jackson. We
I
get
mean,
Mother's Day is Halle Berry. Father's Day is Helen Keller.
and
We are just not appreciated at all.
and it's right because of what Erica said. That girl reached out to their dads and they didn't step up.
What?
So the majority
Well,
yeah. I'm just
okay, but those we're not saying that fathers. We're not talking about those kind of guys. We're talking
okay.
about
The
dads.
fathers
Oh
that
yeah, you
do
gotta exit me out of this conversation because my daddy a deadbeat. I only know his first name, his middle name, his last name. Oh, and he allergic to shrimp. So this conversation,
know
I'm gonna just
what?
take a back seat because
Okay,
my
okay.
Father's Day is always
Okay.
LaToya Jackson when it come to him.
So all I'm saying is, Father's Day is Otis Williams. Don't nobody know who Otis Williams is, but if I say David Ruffin, you know who David Ruffin is.
I
And
mean,
every year I watch mothers get planned Mother's Day from like May 1st. And it's like, and I agree with it. You guys carry babies for 9-10 months and multiple children. You guys will move mountains for your kids. I get that. You deserve all that. But dads, man, especially like the guys I hang out with who, we take care of our children. Man, it's like we sometimes expect stuff like, oh, it's June 1st. And then we get drawers and socks and brute and high karate and pleather belts.
Who
Go.
going first? Rock, paper, scissors. 2 out of 3. Who you want to go first? You
No,
want me to
no, you go. No, if you're willing to rock paper scissors, then you go ahead and get that thing off your
Okay.
chest.
So listen, like my stepdad, there's so much that I want to do for him, but the mindset of some men. Two things. One is, what do you buy somebody who already has it all?
I know.
And then two, because the type of man he was, the generation he was raised in, his whole thing is like, I'm okay. No, I got it. I got everything I need. So it's like, well, I can't shower you. If I go and set up something, you ain't gonna show up. Or if, there's just certain things that I'm not able to do because his answer is no, I'm okay. So me going and cooking for him, I'll go over there, I cook for him, set up the table, like with the big jars and water and the lighted candles and like it says spells dad with balloons. Like I do stuff like that, but I'm limited to what I can do for him. And there's so much more that I want to do. So for him, like he'll get the Mother's Day that I get or my mom gets, but he has to allow me to do that.
Okay, but let me just give you a little bit of insight. And you tell me if this works. You buy this kind of person things that have to be repeated. Like you can go to a car wash and get this certificate where he can get unlimited amounts of car washes for a certain amount. And boom, Dad, whenever you need a car wash, I got you. Boom. Or you can go to his barber, pay his barber for the next 5 haircuts. See, that's that kind of stuff. You got to think about.
But I don't want to do that.
It ain't about what you want.
I want you to be happy with what, like my dad works. My dad has been working at Chrysler since he was 16 years old. My father is well in his 70s, like over,
Okay.
Anyway, he needs a massage. You see me? Yeah. He needs a massage. He needs somebody to literally sit there and rub his feet. He needs a vacation. He needs the royal treatment to where I'll get him a limo and he can drive around and see all his friends from the hood, or like he needs something extravagant, because that's how big my love and appreciation is for him. Because you're not my real father, you're my stepdad. But you have been more of a father to me than my own father has. So what I want to do for you is to put you on the biggest pedestal in the world and literally have everybody worship the ground you stand on. And your answer is no, just go get me some Bengay and some BioFreeze and some socks and I'll be okay. Like, what?
Yeah, because some men do say that they're okay with that. So I think it boils down to finding out what they appreciate, because there are some men who just they don't care. They like, I don't care about all of that.
It's just that hit us where our heart is. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. So if socks, but I feel like if socks is what a person wants, then get socks. I mean, if that's what they ask for.
Okay, draws and socks. Go ahead, Miss Erica.
It's your lack of expectation for the holiday. The difference is,
I love it.
Is Mother's Day. You bet not come in here without X, Y, and Z. And if you do, I'm gonna talk about you till next year because you didn't do right. And I expect it. And when you ask me what I want, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be honest about what I want. See, the problem is that y'all run our game on us, and then when we do, I don't like it. Y'all be like, oh, I just want a day of silence. I want to watch the game.
Some peace.
Food.
Yeah.
Left alone.
A nice cold drink.
And we give you a plate of food, and we turn on the finals, and we leave you alone, and then you be like, y'all don't do enough for us. Nigga, that's what you asked for.
That's what you asked for.
So don't get mad, because that's what you asked for.
And don't let it be a pay-per-view fight on. I didn't got the subscription. I gotta pay this fee. I didn't set you up.
Right.
I didn't left my house. I want to get in my bed.
Now, if you wanted your feet rubbed and you wanted to go down to the parlor, you wanted some extras. You wanted Susie to take you to the back. You should have said something. You didn't say nothing. See what I'm saying?
I'll say this.
You didn't ask for the unlimited car washes. Right. You didn't ask for me to pay your barber for 6 months. First of all, barber is charging $150 a cut these days. So what you're not gonna do is get 5 cuts.
Exactly.
That's what you're not gonna do. But also, your barber can't even keep up with the appointments he got for the next week. I'm not paying him in advance. I'll get you a gift card.
Okay.
But you didn't ask for that.
I feel you, because to me, guys, they need to rally up together and try to create this day for themselves, because women have done it for years. Go create your own men's breakfast. We create our own women breakfast. Go
to Top Golf. Y'all do a Top Golf thing. Talk to them. That's your problem.
Okay,
Go talk to Top off. They letting y'all down. That ain't us.
Go by yourself.
Okay, all that's cool, and I understand where you guys coming from. And you're right. We don't come off as we want this, we want that, because
Aaron, you do though.
Well, I do. Yeah, I say exactly what I want. I want to go back to Delaware, but
Me too.
No, that's a lot.
But the thing is, you know us, and you know what we're passionate about. You see what we collect. You see what we do. Just hit those things.
But sometimes, like for me, like my dad has been my dad my whole entire life. My dad literally has everything.
Mhm.
So
That's what I'm
even a
saying.
person, something that's passionate for him, I literally just bought you that last year. I don't want to buy you that this year. So it's a
Yep.
little difficult. Like,
It
but I
is.
get what you're saying.
You got to
Well,
hit the repeats. You
We
gotta
gotta
hit the
hit
repeats.
another topic.
Yeah, go.
Okay, real quick though, before we move. Here's what we also notice. See, y'all don't realize how observant women are. I bought you something that you said you wanted, and it's still in the box
Say that.
in the
Say that.
closet.
Come on now.
Nah.
E.
Say that.
I bought you something that you
Say
said
that.
you wanted, and you ain't took it out the box in 2
Because
years.
I ain't never seen
I bet
nobody
you-
drink out of
I-
that tea
I-
set.
Why you
I
still wearing
bet
them
you I
same
won't.
holy
Because I ain't never
I
seen nobody
bet
drink out of
you
that
I
tea
won't.
set. Let me tell y'all this right quick.
And
Aaron,
a t-shirt still got
Aaron-
holes. I got you a whole new pack.
a whole new pack, but they still wear the ones with the holes in it. But how about
See what I'm
this?
saying?
Aaron said, I want this tea. He like tea sets, right? And that's
Mhm.
okay. You know, you
Mhm.
like your fancy little tea, and you like, oh, I went to this place and waited for this lady to open, girl. Get me that one right there. That's the one. I ain't seen him drink out of that tea set yet.
See what I'm saying?
Is there a next topic? Can we
Okay,
move on?
right.
Oh,
We
So
can move
we-
on. That's fine.
oh, okay.
We
So
understand.
so
Aaron.
so Mama said, bottom line, women and men are different.
Yes.
Amen.
And that's where
Definitely.
we gonna
We
stay.
agree.
Yeah. Keep
Okay.
it there.
We
Agreed.
agree.
But I don't need no more draws. But go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what
That's
somebody
between
else, what's the
y'all.
next? Aaron, you wanted to talk about the what's the name? Because
PD
we at the
apology.
46-minute mark, which I knew was gonna
Yeah,
happen.
but
I knew you guys gotta come on again.
yeah, we
Okay.
gotta do a part
I'm
2
there.
for real.
No
Oh,
problem.
we should bring our spouses. We should
No.
do like.
She said no. Oh wait, no. We got to hear about this.
It's gonna be 8 people on the podcast. We gotta do that in person. If we do it, we gotta do that one in person.
Well, it'll only be
Okay,
6
that'll be cool.
because remember, you know.
Oh yeah, I can't
Yeah.
count. You're right.
Oh,
So we got to do the topic about
I'm
spouses
confused.
or
But we'll
people,
talk later.
people that don't post their mates.
Okay, let's
Mm.
talk about that. Okay, because
Mm.
I don't want to abruptly end, so we're gonna hit this real quick.
Mhm.
People who don't post their mates, how do you
Mhm.
guys feel about that? Now, I will say this: if it's the new relationship and we feeling each other and we haven't want to necessarily put it out there just yet, I'm okay with that. I do think at some point it should reach that level. But what about people who've been together for a while and they never post their mate? This is not a person who's not active on social media. This is a person who is always active. Y'all, I'm at the Dairy Queen. Y'all, I'm here. So this is not a person whose account is laying dormant where they don't use it. How do you guys feel about that?
Let's clarify postmates.
Yeah,
Posting them
Postmates, not
on-
like the paper that you stick
Right.
on the walls, Miss
and not
Debbie.
like the food delivery service, but
Yeah,
it
post
is,
your significant other.
okay.
Ooh.
You want to
You
go
wanna
first?
go?
You want me to go?
I'll let you go. I took the last one. You can go.
Uh-oh.
Copy. I think that you should be I think you should be authentically you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a person who posts your life,
Mm-hmm.
post your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pick and choose the parts of your life that you think are good, because now I am going to assume that your marriage not good
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
That's
you're
real
not
though.
posting. Because if you posting everywhere you going and you ain't never posting your wife, then I'm going to assume you're not with your wife. So why you ain't with your wife?
Or
Y'all
it's
out?
not, or it's like you said, or it's not good. They must be having
Yeah, like y'all not on the up and up. Like, and that's usually how people start poking holes.
No,
because
it is the truth.
because you ain't never posting the person. So it's like, what's that? What's going on there?
That's
You
real.
know?
That's real.
also don't lie to the spouse and be like, oh, I don't post you because I'm a private person, and you got 3-4 posts a day with
Right.
your location on it. How private are you, and you are being tracked by the U.S. government,
Right.
sir?
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, it's a red flag for me. If you're not trying to post me and you posting like Erica said, every other thing, it's a red flag for me. Because for me, it's somebody is on this page that you are trying to look a specific way for.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
what is it that you don't want this person to see or people to see?
Yeah.
What are you saying behind my back that I'm never in your timeline?
Mhm.
That's me. What do you
Yeah.
think, L'Oreal?
So for me, I had to ask my husband when we were dating, like, don't post me. Like,
Mhm.
don't do that. Not yet, because at
Mhm.
the time he was going through a divorce. They were separated. No, I ain't home wrecking.
Right. I get it.
Message. Okay. So, they were going through a separation. So I'm like, yeah, until y'all officially over, then don't. But now that we're married, I've never had to ask him to post me. However, my thing was like, I think I was more so upset that you still have pictures of her on your Facebook page. Like, if
Oh, I
it's the
get that.
kids, her and the kids, or the kids are involved, then that's cool. But any single pictures, oh, I know it, bro. Like, we literally, we not going out to dinner or nothing. You gonna sit right here next to me, and you gonna delete the ones in your phone, the ones on your Facebook,
I feel
Instagram,
you.
TikTok, the ones from ancient Egypt. All of them got to go.
I
You
feel
know,
you.
but posting has never been an issue.
Take them down now.
If we in a relation, if we're married and you not posting me, then automatically I'm gonna think something going on. Period.
Mhm.
And in his case, I look better than your ex-wife, so why not? Like, I really be like, why would you not post me? Like, what? You crazy? You
But
tripping?
no, I feel you on
I'll
that.
drink to that.
I feel you on that. I totally agree with that. Before I actually started talking to Aaron, I never posted anybody. Like,
Mhm.
ever. And it was
Mhm.
an issue for them. But then when me and Aaron kind of got together, it was like a different type of vibe, right? So I'm like, oh, I want to post him. Like, I was high school girly like type. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to post this. I want to post this. So I get it. But now I can see how they had issues with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like, dang, you don't never put me on your page. I'm like, so?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess maybe I wasn't high school giddy about them. I don't know. Or maybe I just wasn't in that season. I really don't know.
And some people just don't like it though. Some people are really private. Like, well, I'll post on there, but I'm not like just taking millions of selfies. But if you gonna post you, like E said, and you got your location
Shut
and you
up,
taking
Vern.
multiple posts a day, then yeah, why wouldn't you post me? What's the matter? Like,
I think you should, but we got to get Aaron's perspective because we have 53 mark, and you guys definitely are coming back because we got other topics to hit. So we've already said it now. You heard it here first. They're coming back. Okay, so what is your response, Aaron?
I mean,
I can't see Vern's comment, but I know it's crazy.
put Vern's comments up there. He said
know
that's
it's crazy.
Well,
that's
sorry,
because y'all taking seriously.
He said this because me and Aaron taking seriously.
Yeah.
But even Vern been knowing me since I think we've been about 17 years old. And he told me one day, he was like, man, when I seen you post him, he was like, I'm like, oh, this is for real. Because I knew he literally said that to me. So what were you gonna say, Aaron?
I didn't know it was a thing. I never knew it was a thing for me. I didn't know it meant something to someone else until this was before Keela. I took a picture with a lady at work for a Christmas party, and we just thumbing up, and I posted it because she's a nice lady, right? And the girl that I was taking out at the time was like, never put me out on Facebook. I was like, what? This lady, she said, you put this lady on your job. And this is just exactly how she looked. You put this lady on. And so I was like, what is that? I mean, I don't even know what that means to you. And so she kept going on and on and on until I said, you know what? Whatever we had that was leading to any kind of romance, let's
He
just end
broke
it.
it off, y'all.
Let's just end it.
Oh wow.
Because
But I'm
go ahead, because I couldn't.
But I ain't really mad at you though, because if we've never had a conversation about it,
That's
for you
it,
to get
L'Oreal.
that upset, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Then,
told
yeah,
Aaron. I said
tripping.
what she should have did was set you down and said, I'm feeling some kind of way. I want to be posted. Or I would
Yeah.
love for us to post a picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she never had the initial conversation. So it
No.
made it look dramatic.
And
Right.
some guy hit her before, and that shadowed me.
And it triggered her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want
And-
to see a picture when we get off.
And
Of her. Of
and
her.
I'll say this too.
Me too,
my-
L'Oreal. 'cause I
My
haven't seen
husband and I had a conversation probably about 2 years ago about being intentional about being in the moment.
it.
And so a lot of times when we're out, like if you look at my post a long time ago, we used to post all the time, but now we don't post as much anymore. And it's more so because when we're on dates and stuff, we're trying to be in the moment.
In the moment,
Yeah.
right. That's
Now,
beautiful.
if we're out with the kids or we're on a vacation or something, you'll see a whole bunch of pictures and a whole bunch of posts because it's a memory, right? But if we just out at the movies or out, doing something, it's not like, look at us at the movies again.
Right,
Like,
right.
this ain't something we should have to take a picture of. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
know
And
that
me and Ralph are
actually-
newlyweds, so that's why we post so much. 'cause
Yeah.
It's like,
But that
you know.
will also
13 years,
impose
I don't need another
that
movie.
that also can impose something else being an issue, and not for L'Oreal like a newlywed. I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny. I never felt giddy about posting nobody, so I get it. It's newness, it's the fun part of the thing. But
Yeah.
if you are a person, and this is just my opinion, I'm no therapist, I'm not Dr. Phil. I have not been qualified to make the statement, but it is my opinion. I feel like if you've been married 20-some years and every single day you are posting everything you do with your husband, I think that is something else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because why do we need to post every move we make? I think that's another subject that we'll hold for part 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Well,
another
definitely-
end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Erica's husband became a federal agent. I hadn't seen a picture of them together since
told
1993. But
No, he's
it's
still
all
around.
good. And everybody have their ways of doing things. And what it boils down to at the end of the day, as long as it is harmonious in your own home. None of us, the one thing that I do find out, like Erica said about people poking holes, people are going to try to find holes to poke, whether you post, whether you don't. So they are always in the background of something. Like I literally had a person, me and Aaron been together, and this girl was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you post a picture in 3 weeks. Is everything good?"
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, we good. We good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We good.
Right.
So,
Okay, so let me do this in 30 seconds. I know that we're about to wrap up, but I do want to pay homage to one of my heroes.
Okay.
On his 99th birthday today. Today is
I'll turn
Brother
this.
Malcolm X's 99th birthday. Brother El Hajj Malik
Let me
El
show you.
Shabazz, one of the bravest black men that's ever been born. I just want to pay tribute to him on his 99th birthday.
Y'all,
Happy-
you know I'm the DJ and
I was trying to keep talking so you can get it up there.
thank you.
But yep, Malcolm X, 99 years old.
Yay.
So
Yay.
the challenge is what? Not only that you should check out tomorrow's Finally Heard podcast, but they're going live tomorrow. And
Be there
I heard you say,
Or be square.
or be square. Be
You know
there or
why?
be square.
you know why I can't stand Vern? He just asked me, did I go to high school with Malcolm X? Damn this dude.
So listen, if you follow All the Way There podcast, tomorrow we will be on their podcast, not in person,
yet,
but
but
we'll
we'll
be
be
in the comment
Not
section.
yet. Not yet.
So
They will
come
be done.
join us. Yes, because we definitely want to come on with you guys.
Absolutely.
Look, I told L'Oreal, dang, I invited myself. But okay, it's all good.
We'd
I'm
love
like,
to have y'all.
let me- But 6 p.m. guys. So go
6 p.m.
follow Finally Heard and all of that good stuff.
Yep.
We good.
Yes.
All good.
Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you for having us. This was
Thank
a
you. So we gonna get together part 2, y'all.
Yeah.
See y'all later, y'all.
2 fingers.
Bye.